Hello, my name is Destiny Adams Richards, and I will be presenting my PowerPoint that I have to do for my psychology class. So basically, my PowerPoint is about Puerto Rico and their health facilities and their hospitals and what they do based on their norms, values, or culture, or religion, or language. And so, yeah, so here we go. This is the front page. Um, yeah. This is the Medicaid in Puerto Rico. It works within a larger central administrative healthcare delivery system. Approximately half of the Puerto Rico's 3.2 million inhabited are poor and depend upon the public health systems for their medical care. Recipients are not allowed to choose their own provider, but they are referred to the proper level of care by their healthcare system professionals. This system has a low average recipient cost. Congress has lost the federal financial participation in since 1968. The health risks of Puerto Rico are heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes, asthma, arthritis, Alzheimer's disease are the leading causes of disability and death in Puerto Rico. However, the burden of chronic disease is shared unequal across the population. Culture and life in use in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has one of the richest artistic culture and historical heritage of the periods. The culture of Puerto Rico has been greatly influenced by its history with the blend of Taino Indian, Spanish, and African cultures come to melting pot of people and traditions, as well as the impact of the United States public political and social exchange into every aspect of life. There are one important thing you need to know about Puerto Rico, which are they are known for their warm hospitality, often considered very friendly and expressive to strangers. These are the recipes that Puerto Rico cuisine that are they are known as a unique tasty blend of Spanish, African, Taino, and American influences. We call it Gornina Gordala, a delicious mingling of flavors and ingredients passed from generation to generation. Top 5 ranking hospitals in Puerto Rico: Ashford Presbyterian Community Hospital, Axel Mutillo Hospital, Bella Vista Hospital, Cardiovascular Center of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean, Castor General Hospital. Communication styles in Puerto Rico. During conversations while speaking to Puerto Ricans, find it normal and acceptable to stand very close to one another during conversations. It's appropriate to greet each other with kisses on the cheek, kala, which means a lot to them, such as they aspect to the communication. Cockfighting is their fun times that they like to do when they have time. Values of Puerto Rico is family, respect, education, language, religion, and pride. Norms of Puerto Rico: eye contact, direct eye contact is the norm as it shows respect and interest. Gestures: people back on one another by extending an arm and making a scratching motion with their fingers. View of time: Puerto Ricans can tend to be late in business and social situation. Gender issues: Puerto Rico, while value equality and work opportunities for women and varied and available, yet earnings may still be lower. Taboos: making a first and raising the right middle finger is offensive gesture. Law and order: the legal drinking and smoking age is 18 is not always reinforced. Religion of Puerto Rico. The majority of Puerto Rico are Roman Catholics, but the religious freedom for all faith is gestured by the Commonwealth's Constitution. There is a Jewish community center in the Mar, and there are Jewish Reform congregation in Center. Genetic difference among Hispanics and Latino subgroups, and the relation to risk for type 2 diabetes. Studies have shown that the risk of type 2 diabetes mellitus varies among Hispanic and Latino subgroups. According to the data from 1982 to 1984 Hispanic Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, the prevalence of diagnosed and undiagnosed type 2 diabetes among adults aged 45 to 74 years were higher in Mexican Americans, 23.9%, and the Puerto Ricans, 26.1%, compared with the Cubans, 15.8%. An analysis of 14 different Native American and Mexican American population type 2 prevalence became greater with increased percentage of Native American genetic admixture. As such, the higher risk of type 2 observed in the Mexican American relative to other Hispanic Latino subgroups may be function of their greater portion of Native American ancestors. For example, the Cuban population in the United States has a higher level of the income and education related to other Hispanic subgroups such as the Mexican Americans and Puerto Ricans, which may account for the lower rate of type 2 diabetes recorded in Cuban in the HHA and ES. Key challenges in treating Hispanic Latinos patients with type 2 and effect of Hispanic Latino culture and the personal relationships and beliefs. This population is rapidly increased in the United States, and strong genetic and lifestyle risk for factors for type 2 diabetes, increased risk of complication and delayed diagnosis, genetic lack of cultural awareness and among healthcare providers, and insufficient cultural orientated programs and activities, and limited interaction time in current clinical encounters. For Hispanic Latinos, loyalty to the extended family is more important than the needs of individuals. Hispanics seek encouragement, direction, and advice from a larger number of family members. Although family is an important motivator for disease self-management, it can also be difficult for patients to make independent decisions because only God is on their side. For example, in surveys of Hispanic Latinos patients with type 2, religion are frequently mentioned as a support system, providing strength to cope with their disease, the ability to face their fears, and to remain positive, and hope that a cure would be provided by God. Conclusion. I believe that Puerto Rico has it more rough than the United States because of the resources and developments that we have, and they don't. Here are the links that I use to find my information. Those are the 4 links that I've used to find my information. So based off of what I've learned is that Puerto Rico has it really hard out there, and they've tried to find different things to cure people of different type of diseases, but because of people's culture, their norms, their values, or what they believe in, they're not really able to show people all the stuff that they have out there. But